A pleasant day to each and everyone, especially to our professor, Mr. Michael Protasio. I'm Princess B. Bumanglag from BSBA HRM3. Now I will discuss Chapter 7, and Chapter 7 is all about project initiation. Now let's proceed. What is the meaning of project initiation? Project initiation or project initiation phase is the first phase within the project management life cycle, as it involves starting up a new project. It clearly says that the project initiation is the first phase of project management life cycle, or also called project life cycle. See, project management life cycle have a five phases. First is of course project initiation, next project planning, third project execution, fourth project monitoring and control, and the last one is project closure. But now, let's focus to the first phase, which is project initiation. So again, project initiation is the first phase of the project management life cycle, and it is considered the most important phase. Why? Because it involves starting up a new business. This is the beginning of your project. This is the beginning of your ideas on your project. And this project links to the work. Okay? And at this point, within the initiation phase or during this phase, you can identify business problem, opportunity, and also the solution. While you identify the business problem, opportunity, and the solution, of course, your project is formed or developed, and it take advantage of that opportunity. And last one, your project team is appointed to build and deliver the solution to the customer. So during this phase of the project that your team is assembled, they need to create business case. But why? Why they need to create business case? Hindi ba pwedeng gumawa na lang ng project bigla-bigla? No, this is the reason. Business case is created to define the problem or opportunity in detail and identify a preferred solution for implementation. So this is the reason why you need to create business case. If you want to know your project in detail, your solution, and your opportunity, you need to do business case. Because business case explain why project is necessary and how it will succeed, and also explain the reason for starting a project. So if you're creating a project, you need to create business case. And ideally, the business case should be easy to understand. It should be clear, logical, and relevant. So, while doing your business case, it should include detailed description of your problem, of course, opportunity, business objectives, introduction, assumption, and constraint. Then the list of alternative solutions available. Then analysis ng business benefits, risks, and issues. Then the description of the preferred solution and your main project requirements. And the last one is the summarized plan for implementation that includes a schedule and financial analysis. So all of this should include on your business case. Then after you do your business case, you need to consult it to project sponsor. So sino nga ba si project sponsor? Ano nga ba ang papel ni project sponsor? Si project sponsor is a person or maybe a group that is in charge in evaluating your projects or your project's actual progress. They are the one who seek the project, they are the one to promote the project, and they are the one who approves changes to your project. So after you do your business case, si project sponsor yung kumikilatis ng business case mo na yan. And they are the one to determine if your project is worth to undertake the next step. or your project will be profitable to the organization. Sila lang yung nakakaalam yan. So if you consult your business case to project sponsor, then they approve it, they require you to proceed with the feasibility study. So it's your time to do feasibility study. But always remember that the approval and completion of the feasibility study will trigger the beginning of the planning phase. Why? Because we all know that the feasibility study may also show that the project is not worth to pursue and the project is terminated so that you cannot proceed to the next phase. But always remember that all of the projects you do is created for a reason. And it's very important to meet the successful business needs of your projects. Okay, next. The success of your project depends on the clarity and accuracy of your business case and whether people believe they can achieve it. So it clearly says that to success your project, it depends on the clarity and accuracy of your business case. So, one of the strategy na nabasa ko, if you consider your past experience dun sa business case mo, your business case become more realistic. And when you involve other people in the business case development, you encourage their commitment to achieving it. But sometimes we pressure to get or identify yung possible solution ng project natin without fully understand the need or what the project is trying to accomplish. Sometimes 'di ba gano'n talaga yung nangyayari kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng problema. Yung strategy na yon, nakaka-create siya ng lot of immediate activity but it also create chances ng wasting time and mistake if the wrong deed or need is addressed. Gets ba? Kumbaga, minsan sa project natin, um, umiisip na lang tayo ng pwedeng maging solusyon kahit naman hindi yun yung kailangan ng project natin. So, kaya nagkakaroon ng mistakes. So, one of the best way to gain approval for your project is clearly identify the project's objectives and describe the need or opportunity for which the project will provide a solution. So, napakahalaga talaga na ma-clear or ma-assure natin yung pinaka-objectives or goals ng project natin para hindi tayo magkaroon ng mistake or ng misunderstanding. Because for most of us, being misunderstood is a common occurrence, right? Something that happens on a daily basis. Like for example, at the restaurant, waiter brings us our dinner, and we note that the baked potato is filled with sour cream, even though we expressly requested no sour cream. So, in this situation, we see the misunderstanding between the customer and the project staff because what customer order is often not what they get. So, nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding between sa dalawang tao. And kadalasan 'tong nangyayari. Siguro hindi narinig ni waiter na ang gusto ni customer is walang sour cream yung baked potato niya or maybe, hindi malakas yung pagkakasabi ni customer. So, napaka-importante na masabi mo or mas establish mo ng clear ng, yung objective mo to avoid misunderstanding between you and to the client or between you tsaka dun sa project mo. In this example, we can relate the saying na, "I know that what I said, but it's not what I meant." 'Di ba? So, let's proceed to another example, the figure 7.1. As you can see, there's a picture with different interpretation. This example shows how the importance of establishing your clear objectives or goals. Again, this picture shows how important or establishing your clear objectives. In this picture or figure, this is the different interpretation of different people in one picture. As you can see, meron silang iba't ibang interpretation. So, isa lang ibig sabihin nun, their objective or goal lacks of clarity. Yung figure na to or yung picture na to, wala siyang kalinawan. Because if you show this picture to five people and they interpret it in different way, so your objectives are not clear. But if the five people sees the picture with the same interpretation, same view about its meaning, of course, your objective is clear. So the best way to make an objective clear is to state it in such a way that it can be verified. It's very important to provide quantifiable definition to qualitative terms. Gets? So, sa picture na to, makikita natin na hindi clear yung objectives or yung goals or meanings na gustong iparating ng picture na to because iba-iba yung interpretation ng tao sa kanya. Okay? So, another example. Proceed tayo sa figure 7.2. Car racing naman to. So, the figure 7.2, meron siyang objective. Yung team, there's a objective na finish the lap as fast as possible. But that objective is filled with ambiguity. Malabo. It's so confused. Like how fast it is. Fast as possible doesn't mean ba na the fastest lap time or does it mean na fastest speed as the car crosses to the finish line. So malabo yung objective ng team na to. So there's a three racers. Yung nasa top is si Ferrari's Michael Schumacher and yung nasa middle is si Renault's Jarno Trulli and yung nasa bottom is si Jenson Button. So, in this following example, their objective is filled with ambiguity. Dahil si Ferrari's Michael Schumacher na-achieve niya yung race lap record ng 1 minute and 14.439 second. Na-achieve niya on lap 23, but nag-crash din siya sa lap 44. So kahit na-achieve niya yung fastest lap na project goal or objective, which is yung finish the lap as fast as possible, hindi pa rin yun nag-result ng kapag kapanalo niya. So next, it clearly different dun sa project goal nila. So next, si Truly. Meron din siyang fastest time na nakuha and nanalo siya. So na-achieve niya yung specific project goal na finish the lap as fast as possible. Then yung larger goal din na manalo. Then si Button naman, may sarili siyang objective. Pag natapos niya sa loob ng 1 minute and 14.902 seconds, yung 3.340 lap, panalo na siya. So this example or yung objective or goal ng team na to is still ambiguity. So confusing talaga. So that it should be clarified and clear if you give objective. Not only clear, but it also be achievable. Ibig sabihin, pag nagbibigay tayo ng objective or ng goal, hindi enough yung clear lang or yung um, clarity lang. Dapat achievable siya. Ibig sabihin, dapat nangyayari siya. And to ensure that the project objectives are achievable and realistic, they must be determined jointly by manager and those who perform the work. And realism is introduced because the people who will do the work have a good sense of what it takes to accomplish a particular task. Realism or being accurate or being detailed while doing a work because it will take an accomplish in your task. And in addition, this process assures some level of commitment on all sides. Ito yung management express its commitment to support the work, effort, and workers demonstrate their willingness to do the work. So this kind of commitment can help our process to achieve our objectives. Okay? So now, um, proceed tayo ulit sa another example sa figure 7.3. This is the conversation of office manager and contractor. Figure 7.3, the consequence of not making your objective clear. So, basahin natin yung conversation nila. Not only did you paint my office walls blue, but you painted the ceiling blue as well. Sabi ni contractor, you asked me to paint the room blue, and now you've got a blue room. But the ceiling is oppressive. Ceilings should never be the same color as the walls. They should always be a lighter color. You asked for a blue room. You're lucky I didn't paint the floor blue as well. So imagine, an office manager has contracted a painter to paint his office. His goal or objective is to have the office painted a pleasing blue color. But he didn't get what he wanted. It's because of misunderstanding on the project. Misunderstanding between office manager and contractor. If office manager said clearly or described what he wanted to the room, siguro nakuha niya yung gusto niya. And if si contractor meron din naman siyang common sense na hindi dapat pinunturahan ng blue yung ceiling, of course, nabigyan niya siguro ng satisfaction yung client niya. 'Di ba? So, napaka-importante guys na kung ano yung goal mo, ano yung objective mo, maybe sa life, sa project, or everything. Kailangan clear mo siyang naisasabi. Clear mo siyang naiintindihan. Okay? Kasi nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding. So now, let's move on. Comparing option using a weighted decision matrix. Sometimes we have multiple options to choose from when determining requirements and deciding which project to work on. And to select the best option, we can use these tools, which is weighted decision matrix. A basic decision matrix consists of establishing a set of criteria for options that are scored and summed to gain a total score that can then be ranked. So, kay basic decision matrix, it only consists of set of criteria and there's no percentage every criteria, unlike kay weighted decision matrix. But it also operates in the same way as the basic decision matrix. But each criteria dito kasi have a percentage. And every percentage on every criteria is very important. Like for example, you have a three option and you can't decide. So, yung sa three option na yon, kung ano yung mas may mataas na weighted score, yun yung magiging option mo. Later, makikita natin yung sample ng table ng weighted decision matrix. But now, let's discuss muna yung advantage ng decision matrix. So, the advantage of decision matrix is all of the option is important and gives more attention especially to those options who have a highest weighted score or percentage, like what I said earlier. So the advantage of the weighted decision matrix is that subjective options about one alternative versus another can be made more objective. So yun nga, dito lahat ng option is important. But kung sino lang yung merong mataas na weighted score, siya lang yung pinaka magiging options. And another advantage of this method is that sensitivity study can be performed. So, all of the opinion on the topic, sensitive man yan or not, is pwedeng ma-perform dito. Kasi nirarank naman yon. And kung ano nga yung may mataas na rating, yun yung magiging option mo. So now I'm going to show you the sample of weighted decision matrix. This is the figure 7.4. So as you can see, there's a three options for a web development project. And as you can see, yung pinaka may mataas na weighted project score is si SJS Enterprises. So, um, malinaw na si SJS Enterprises na yung naging option ng web development kasi siya yung merong pinakamataas na um, weighted score. So, to compute the weighted score, you need to multiply the percentage of weight into the numbers of every criteria or every options. Again, to compute the weighted score, you need to multiply the percentage of weight into the numbers of every options. And yun yung magiging weighted score natin. Like for example, so this is the example of how you computed the weighted score. So as you can see, ito yung percentage and ito yung mga sagot sa kada options. So, para makuha natin yung weighted score, kailangan muna nating i-multiply yung 15% kay 90. And the answer is 13.5. So, isusulat lang natin to hanggang sa at hanggang sa ma-multiply natin tong mga to. And ganun din sa kabila. Okay? Then, di ba, nakuha na natin itong 13.5 by multiplying the percentage and yung number ng mga options. Pag lahat ng to is na-multiply mo na sa percentage, sulat mo lang, then ipag-plus mo yung mga sagot, yun yung magiging weighted score natin. So, that's it. 74.5 SJS Enterprise, ang pinakamataas na percentage, so siya ang magiging options ng web development projects. Next table is the weighted score by projects. Dito, pinapakita lang sa pictures na to kung sino yung pinaka merong highest weighted score. And absolutely, the highest weighted score of this project is the SJS Enterprise. That's all. Thank you.